mind, it is Fnatic starting on the CT side here. This is Navi's pick, so that is a feather in their cap alone. We'll see whether they can capitalize upon it as they come into the round of 1 HG at a diffuse. We've seen this a lot from Flusher recently. Doesn't go for the smoke as we get into a P250 for Simple. That means they might be going towards outside here. Simple and Electronic, the Dastardly duo, looking to open things up. A must-win map for them, as we'll see them now challenge towards ramp. And no swing from Flamey there. JW quite committed. I feel like he might be in trouble here.
Oh, he's gone for the double dip and still manages to get away with his life. This passive Na'Vi, they're scared to even go for a fight at the start of the round. Well, Brolin will kick things off onto Boomich, but immediately traded there by Simple, who gets the P250 and the armor, as per the usual. We've been seeing a lot of this. Give the best player in the world the best T-sided pistol setup you possibly can. And, well, he tends to make it work more often than not.
Late crossing, but spotted. JW is the one to get the information. He's been so dynamic, but it could all be false information. I see one member of Na'Vi turning tail, and Flamey too with the bomb. They're walking away from Secret.
Man, if anybody ever said Astralis were boring, bloody Nora.
Yeah, Na'Vi really have.
The fact that Blade had the audacity yesterday in the interview to say to us, oh, we have fast and slow rounds. Mate, it's just slow rounds.
That's all you got. Well, they've actually got an man advantage here, but maybe not for long. Flush out. Not connecting on the shots there. Simple's ready and waiting at the top of the ladder. Looks like all is said and done. Na'Vi should have this pistol unless Flusher can find a gap. Door is closed, his teammate behind him. 4 versus 2, bomb down. Perfecto to challenge and closes the shot.
Nothing Fletcher can do here. He knows the door's going to be trolled with. Does get it opened. Perfecto can't quite so easily close it now, but Golden would have to find 2 frags in quick succession. He does manage to have the duel, but multiple peaks, multiple targets. And Na'Vi convert the pistol round, slowing it down, turning tail after being spotted outside.
Well, there it is. Na'Vi opening pick was found. Brolan traded out and then making their way towards upper. Overwhelming. Managing to hit some key shots there. Simple getting out towards heaven was obviously very powerful.
This will be fast, surely, right?
Well, with
it was. They rushed ramp last time.
The 4 SMGs and 1 rifle, you'd hope it would be fast. And if they do rush ramp, they could be in trouble. We always say that's the danger area of the map in these sort of rounds. So the outside smoke, the close one thrown by Electronic here. And he's going to have a deep one delivered as well. So Electronic actually has a chance to cross over here, but it hasn't looked amazing in terms of the gap. They fix that, and no scout shot connects. So they've got 3 players down towards Secret at this point, and the rotations begin. CTs will send Brolan down. He's in the vents right now, and he could be done for. Bromat, oof.
Finished off. Down. And the second from Crims, that's good damage. A 3 versus 3 with the CTs already rotated into position. Na'Vi, they've got a problem to solve here, and Electronic's the one to try and start unraveling this mystery. Flusher trying to deny the door, but it does expose himself to Simple now in window room. JW spotted, and oh, JW fragged Golden. He had a golden opportunity there, but unable to convert it. Na'Vi will wrap up the second round.
That was the force buy from Fnatic, means a full eco coming up next. The idyllic start here for Na'Vi on their pick. Managing to go at 3-0 here on the T side is a massive start. And we have got, leading to this series, we've got the entire organization history. Na'Vi have now passed 136,000 total frags, just in case you're wondering.
That's what would be a lot of players who have been under that Na'Vi banner. But quickly, once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you do want to watch the Mousebots versus Astralis game later, please mute the stream now just for a quick couple of seconds. Astralis, T-side, Dust 2, Mousebots pick are winning 10-0. So it's happening very quick over there in that game.
Wow.
2-0 written all over it. Oh my goodness. Wow, Astralis might be back.
Yeah.
Fnatic, probably not this round, to be honest with you. PD50s and USPs, almost 0% chance of them picking this one up. Boomich will start to confirm things here. Grims will go down first and make his way to a flat up. Mac 10 at range, not ideal, but does get the ding.
It's going to hurt. All of those SMGs are now farming cash for every single member of Na'Vi. They're tucked in a 3-man hold of ramp room. It's just a matter of time before the connections come in. There's the follow-up on the Boomich headshot. And he's doing this all on his own, so... Golden, ooh, JW dice. Saw that. I don't know if you did, but I saw a karambit coming out of his pocket. He puts it away for now.
Well, the bomb's down. That will guarantee things at this stage. Holding on to the MAC-10. JW ideally wants to get one more kill with that weapon. Flamey will discover Golden towards the ramp. Should be taken care of momentarily. He's got no armor, only got the P250. Yet to really damage Flamey in this one. If he gets a quick dink, might be enough to be said to get a kill, but Flamey only has the SMG, bear in mind, so not a huge deal if he gets it either way.
Actually, it looked like Flamey actually left his SMG in lobby and took the duel with his USP so as not to give it to Golden. You'll see he's not found it. Interesting choice from Flamey, and yeah, where the hell did he leave it? There's a challenge for you, Rush. You got 5 seconds. Where did Flamey hide his weapon? Good check, but no luck. The missing SMG continues, and this was the little glimpse of the knife kill until Golden broke his heart.
He fancied it for a second, but it is indeed Boomage, the impact player of the round, finding the 3-0, and we get into round number 4. Now this is where it gets interesting. We still have an MP7 for Electronic. You can see Fnatic prepared for that. 4 helmets coming out. They do have a pretty decent buy, apart from JW with the MAC-10. I guess Nuke is not a huge deal. They'll have to just play very up close and personal, maybe in the vents by the squeaky door. Denies the rush with flames.
Of course
the
he
smoke,
is.
And he goes. This is surely him going down.
How can he survive here? He's got no backup. He's on his own. He's pushed
He's
his
got full lobby control. They're all waiting outside. And now when the back's turned, oh my lord, it could go well for Fnatic. Simple's hunting, but his back's turned as well. He ran out of bullets. Trade's coming in. Golden on for the double, make it a triple. And they're winning the round off the back of the JW lobby crunch.
Well, you certainly can't say Fnatic are boring. That's for sure. The MAC-10 rush in towards the lobby. They had no idea what was happening there, and Electronic is trying to dispose of weapons at this point. He knows he's not going to win this round. Fnatic have found one. Took a MAC-10 rush, but sometimes that's the only way.
It's crazy how committed JW was before he actually found any fight. And then when he did, he had already scattered out too many bullets to finish off Simple right there. That could have been even cleaner for Fnatic. The madman himself, JW, maybe he wants to turn it on now that they're 1 map up. He feels that a little bit looser with the 1 map in the pocket.
Well, Blade has called for a tactical timeout here. Not feeling too great after that one. Absolute chaos ensues towards the lobby. He already wants to slow it right down. Guys, let's wait in T-spawn, maybe.
If they rush the Ts, Alex,
Yeah.
then they can't wait until the last 20 seconds, I suppose.
This, honestly, in my own like kind of internal narrative that I've got that I don't like to share is that JW's just straight up just furious about how Navi are playing Counter-Strike and butchering his beautiful game. So he's just charging at them with his MAC-10 saying, I'll come to them then. I'll make the fights happen my way.
This is a map on the CT side where it could actually be viable with some basic utility if a team doesn't play heavy lobby to take lobby crunches like that, right? Like, if Navi, in the majority of their strategies, only have 1 or 2 lobby caretakers, which is normally enough, and the rest of the time the lion's share of their individuals are focused yard, you could come up with some pretty inventive ways if they're going to play this slow of how to take territory off of them and not give them as much room. Because it's assumed that lobby and ramp room, right? Or not ramp room, but radio room are the Ts. That's their domain. If you can take that back as the CT, why not?
Simple with the opening frag. The nade towards main entrance, very effective, as so are the bullets. Golden, he responds for kill towards outside. Electronic removed.
That's all of outside gone.
Well, yeah, you're right.
CTs can now focus their attention elsewhere, but Simple's found another frag. Straight through the smoke, and Golden's gone too. Simple, his damage alongside from his Molotov and Electronics bullets has put him in a very good stead for round 5.
Yeah, how has that happened? He hasn't really seen anyone.
I don't know, he's got 3 kills, a nade.
A nade kill at the start, then 1 through the smoke, and then a Molotov kill when he was retreating. So he hasn't actually
All in the
seen
same area. Look at the corpses.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. The human rubble waits by the main entrance. And at this point, Navi surely have this round in the bag. It comes down to this kill, really. Crim's can do nothing about it. He is on for the ace. Simple is not slowing down. JW, 0 chance of retaking the bombs out of the AWP, I'm afraid. No kit to speak of. They're going to re-smoke main, making sure they take their time here. And I'm not sure Blade set them in the timeout. Right, try and get 2 kills through, like smokes and wall bangs and Molotov kills, then see what happens. I think he was probably saying pick up the pace a little bit, try and be a bit more active towards Squeaky Door. Just simple, doing simple things there.
Yeah, and he gets boosted up to continue his hunt, but JW is somewhere else. He has a different savey spot in mind. You can hear Flamey bounding around in T-spawn.
He's going for the kill as well. This is a high-risk maneuver, my friend.
Well, he probably wanted to save T-spawn, but after he's heard Flamey...
He's not going to check left. He's not.
Oh, Flamey got caught!
He got caught out!
Flamey had 1 job!
He wasn't expecting that one.
The USP strikes again. He will get away with it. They know he's got the AWP. They can't really challenge it now. unless they have a ton of flashbangs.
They're going to go up the ladder and try and like double peek it, right? Like you could go for one lower, one higher at the same time. Doesn't look like Boomich is going for it in the end. And so he will preserve his AWP. Let's see if that has any knock-on effects. 4 kills in the round. He doesn't get his ace, but let's see it again. Simple. This nade just destroys Brawlham 100-0 with his bullets combined, and then another on the tracer fire follows him through the smoke. And in case you needed more, Golden just steps on a Molotov.
There it is. Very effective way of winning rounds. That's Crim going down at the hut as well. So Simple single-handedly wins in the round there. There was a bit of damage done by his teammates as well to assist him, of course. But 4-1 to NAVI as we take a US Air Force tactical timeout here. Fnatic, in terms of our loss bonus, we'll have $2,400 coming to this round, and they have a saved AWP. So, options still very limited, I'm afraid. This is not going well at all. Recovery mode, but a chance to win this round if ever there was a team to win with CZs, 5-7s and AWP, it could be Fnatic. Round 6, JW might want to take the AWP elsewhere. Knowing the outside smoke is so viable, so common, denies so much access for the AWP, might go towards Ramble Heaven.
Yeah, it does look like his intentions are elsewhere. Up Heaven with the 3 of them.
Push hard, I bet.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Think about the most illogical play you could make with the AWP, and that's what JW is going to do because it's not expected whatsoever.
No one on the other side just yet. The wall hovering around Squeaky Door. In they come. I don't like the choice of choke point here, and they will be mowed down for it.
JW's going to surely be flanking. Yeah, he does catch Perfecto on Hut. And now Navi are left with nothing. Simple. He's got 2 threats closing in on him. Golden just hits him with the drive-by, holding his CZ sideways. And Electronic, a 1 versus 5. Just as fast as Simple found his 4 kills. Another round and another way this time. Fnatic take it, and there's JW's final frag. He gets 2 in it with his close quarters AWPing, but the credit to Crims for finding that first duel versus Boomich.
We really need to keep in mind the way that Fnatic are winning their round. So if we consider the first round they won, it was JW pushing Squeaky Door with a MAC-10. That's an unorthodox play. JW being able to lock down Hut so 2 individuals could focus towards Squeaky with pistols, that's an unorthodox play because it's a low-buy situation. So if Fnatic are only posting rounds on the board, it's too early to say this is just theory crafting for the rest of the game, then they just should stick with this very abrasive, very aggressive style of Counter-Strike here that is, like I said, unorthodox.
Well,
it's the top rush.
It could be a top rush or it could be a vent dive, but Boomich, he's overshot it, and he's just sat flashbanged in the middle of nowhere. Golden tested, double kill. The ramp push has fallen flat, but waiting in the wings was Perfecto. JW's lucky to be alive.
Oh, very lucky indeed. It is a 4-on-2 now with the smoke down towards Deacon. Perfecto hunting towards that window run. Is there any CT presence towards lower? Only one player, that's Brolan. He's got the AK-47. Also, there's double doors right now. JW to back him up as well. Flashbang comes through. He's 1 kill here. Absolutely nails it. Second is beautiful. And that's going to be the 3rd on the board for Fnatic. On their feet now, Chad. It's looking much better with 4 players surviving.
Yeah, well, that little tendency of Boomich, we know that he likes to drop down the vent. We were highlighting yesterday. FaZe were actually putting their CT-sided Molotov instead of at Squeaky Door down the vent so Boomich couldn't drop. Well, here they dealt with him because he couldn't stick the landing on his little maneuver right there. But now that they've been gifted an opportunity to seal the 4th round, Fnatic need to make sure they keep a minimum 3 to 4 players alive here. You want to make sure you don't get melted on down by these Deagles. Don't give up too many kills because they're going to make sure they put pressure on your economy on that CT side. Nothing more important than those nades.
Flasher outside of the org right now. He'll be tested by a couple of players here making their way towards T-Red. It did bring a couple of smokes and flashes to the party here. First smoke towards Garage. And the main entrance, and Simple waiting for an opportunity. We know how deadly his Deagle can be. Will he get a chance to pull the trigger?
He's not taking that fight for the cross on red.
He's trying to bait them out with the Deagle shots. He's saying, I've just got a pistol. Come take me down. He wants the fight here. Flasher not taking the bait. Golden thinks better of ramp, and Electronic remove. Simple gets what he wanted. The challenge outside, but that's all he'll get.
Ooh, JW's
nice
alive.
Great move. His movement is great to watch sometimes when he's feeling it, when he's in the zone. He saw him push towards Lobby with a MAC-10. He's pushing hot with the AWP, flying up the ladder to avoid his opponents. Took no damage. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, certainly 2 very different styles clashing, for lack of a better word, in the server today.
Look at Brolin ready to swing as soon as Golden takes any contact. Doors open, away you go. Simple as that. You love to see it. It's the basics of Counter-Strike, and Fnatic, they're doing it well. Look, we criticize JW when things don't go right, but we have heard from the coach and the other players in this team in post-game interviews or pre-game interviews saying JW does JW things. Well, right now, going up against a team who is trying to play formulaic Counter-Strike, milking the clock, playing every single percentage, instead of using those two weapons. This isn't using the weapons of Electronic and Simple anymore. This is milking the clock and playing percentage decision-making. Well, you throw JW in the mix, all that time that Blade is set, you know, teaching them how to play the fundamentals of CS, it all gets scrambled. When somebody is in lobby in the first 10 seconds of the round,
it's breaking the rules.
Exactly. And then Na'Vi have to think for themselves at that point. It's not just defaulting back to these things that have been drilled into you.
Well, they are going to slow it down for now, but maybe the upper execution's coming through. They actually go through the huts here. Brolin thinks he gets the kill. Oh, he still does it. Flamey and Boomich go down. That is unreal. How is he alive? How did he stick the landing on that one? Electronic will come through here. Met by the M4. Flush up.
Been heard.
He has been heard. Simple takes care of him, but now they know exactly where the last two players are. Perfecto, nade to the face. And maybe a few bullets to follow. The smoke is ideal, and so is the shop. One player remains, and what a player it is. Simple. Holds towards the lobby. 44 HP. And Fnatic can actually take the lead at this point. Speaking of taking the lead, Chad, Astralis are up 15-1 against Mousesports and Dusty
What's going on?
Look.
This whole, okay, bite your tongue. We'll come back to that.
All right.
We'll come back to your theory of Astralis world domination again.
15-1.
Against Mousesports, who have been the best performer of Stage 2.
Well, the positive news is no one needs to put their eyes on two streams anymore. You can just focus here to find out how the results are going to go. Because now with that result, I do believe that Astralis will guarantee themselves either second or third spot. They're unable to obtain the first position. But assuming that this continues and it is a 2-0, which at this point should be very, very likely, Astralis have qualified after a terrible start to the tournament.
And if you are a FaZe or OG fan, FaZe won the first map in Inferno, and they're currently duking it out on Mirage. 5-5. That game doesn't really have much behind it in terms of repercussions. They're both out of Stage 2. They're playing for pride and glory and 5,000 euros. And the 5th and 6th place, I suppose.
Yeah, of course, those extra pro points for the ESL Pro Tour.
Exactly. So there is still a lot to play for across the board there.
Yeah. 0, 2, and 7 for Flamey. Will this be his 8th death? Looks likely. JW's missed his shot, though. We'll have to be smoking that one off. Duel outside for Flusher. He's done well just to repel them back. Brolin, in the meantime, onto Flamey and Hut. This is the deco of Na'Vi, and so really just we're hoping for a misstep from the CTs, and there's not been many of them. Quick dispatch of Simple there. Golden, he likes to take those aggressive fights on that box. It's a hard adjustment for you when you're looking for the potential pixel angle on the head.
Well, just Electronic remaining here. Fnatic, after going down 4-1 on the CT side of Nuke, have actually pulled it all the way back. 6-4 here, and this would be massive. They could 2-0 this. With some of the problems they've been having and the inconsistencies of some of their key names, it would be brilliant to see them actually dispatch of Na'Vi in this sort of manner.
Yeah, and they would get that #1 spot, putting them straight in that best-of-5 grand final on Sunday.
That's huge.
So a lot on the line here.
Fnatic love a best-of-5.
Well, we've seen some go for a very, very long time with names like this just in the server here today. I'm trying to scroll through and double-check all of the results right now just to see how the groups will be panning on out. But if Fnatic do win, if we stay on track here for a Fnatic 2-0 as well as the Astralis 2-0.
Yeah, 16-1, just a note. Astralis just closed it out.
Okay, so if Astralis win 2-0 versus Mousesports and Fnatic win versus Na'Vi, Astralis will finish second.
What happens to Mouse?
One moment.
Hello,
no worries.
Boomich.
Boomich just got his head blown off.
He wasn't ready for that one. Kind of just caught napping, it looked like. Either way, Molotov will come through on JW.
Look at you. What?
He's actually sitting in the smoke here with the shots coming in from...
Is he nutmegging?
Main entrance. I don't like it, but it does work out for him. He's actually going to get away. That's a classic nutmeg there. So he dropped the defensive smoke to suggest he's falling back. Actually sits in the smoke, waits for him to walk past him, and at that point, they've got no idea. Classic nutmeg, personified here on the server, and we're going to have a 5 versus 3 as Fnatic pull this game back. Nuke was looking disastrous for them, and Perfecto, he can't connect the dots. Brolin will get double digits.
That's an important frag. They open up the fragging for round 11, at least on the Na'Vi side of things. That's 1. but where on earth could you go?
There we go. Now he's feeling it. Now he's getting in the zone. That's where you want him to be. Knife out, revolver on his sidearm. That's exactly what you want to see.
No revolver yet.
No, he's actually got a Desert Eagle, I believe. So that means he's unequipped the R8.
Unless he picked that
could've
Eagle
been
up
dropped.
from
That's a
somebody.
good point.
I hope that we still get to see the R8 at some point in the game. Maybe like a last round special, because now that they've mounted up to 7 rounds, this is seeming quite dire. I'm just reading on through. Oh, here we go. Carrigan, 4 rounds in total against Australis, the mighty gods. Guess I'm cheering for Fnatic now, but I can't sit down after that ass beating we just took.
What a great tweet that is.
Damn, Carrigan, speaking facts.
So I guess we can back that up right now with what we were just looking into. So there's a lot of repercussions here with that Australis 2-0 to keep in mind. This could be a little bit quicker from Na'Vi. Let's wait and see.
Yeah, so no outside smokes for the cross until I see 2 flying through the sky. So Electronic will be set up. They will bloom. Flames will propel him forwards. And one gets across. Only one, though, interestingly enough.
Another partial buy here for Na'Vi, and they are trying to get multiple members over. You can see JW adjusting the cross there. There was a slight gap there, I assume. Remember, we don't get the exact same vision as JW. We're on GoTV. His video settings and everything else will be a lot different. And we're a couple of seconds behind, I suppose, in general. So don't take it as gospel what we see on the screen, but still a remarkable shot. Gonna have a 5-on-3 here with Brolan dodging the flashbang. Doesn't quite stick the landing on the shots there. Wild spray comes through. At least he gets the 1 frag, though. Still should be there round. Golden, we're going to confirm it, though.
Nice body shots and a headshot to top it all off. My goodness, Fnatic, they've stabilized on this defense and they really have managed to run away with it. The fact that JW's sitting on max money there, you could see it actually, just a tiny toe.
There you go.
That's fast reactions right there. But here it is, ladies and gentlemen. If Na'Vi lose, they're out. Simple as that. If Na'Vi win...
This just got more interesting.
If Na'Vi win, Mals are out.
Good grief.
There you go. I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, can I have that one more time, actually, before I forget?
If Na'Vi lose, they're out.
Na'Vi lose out.
If Na'Vi win...
Na'Vi win.
Mals are out.
Na'Vi lose out.
Everyone at home, take notes right now. I'll take the play-by-play for this one here as the smokes towards the secret cross drop down and Flusher, he'll spam through the smoke. Won't find a lick of damage there as Na'Vi towards the outer yard. Flashes over the roof to re-initiate, but nobody's home. They're still shrouded behind the smoke and on top of Silo. And JW, he's posted up to see if he can catch any toes this time round. But unfortunately for him, Electronic has already made it to the lower bomb site and has vent control. Back to you guys in the studio.
So that means Carrigan is the biggest Fnatic fan right now.
Well, we haven't seen him in a Fnatic jersey since 2012. So I'm sure he's put it out of the cupboard at this point. He's put it back on, looking to cheer for the boys at this stage for that 2-0. And it is Electronic, though, to find this opening frag. That's towards lower, but no one really with him. So Electronic, though, the perfect position to shut down Crims here. This is a very important interaction, and he comes out on top.
Yep, just Na'Vi outcome that you can always count on once or twice is that Simple or Electronic will win the round single-handedly, but they haven't converted it yet. Brolan, however, only getting the 1. Flusher does catch Perfecto on the cross, and if he spots that bomb, yeah, the bomb's loose. JW just hit the shot. JW's come all the way behind them. He's now got the bomb in his control, and he's got a 1 versus 2 with 30 seconds left.
With the AWP as well, Alex, this is quite tantalizing almost. In terms of utility, they've got a flash.
Nothing.
That flash will do nothing for him. And they've actually chosen to fight this, which I like. Instead of grabbing the bomb 1 by 1 and trying to sneak away, just both of them challenging, nobody's got the AWP. They're probably going to win that. So well done to Na'Vi. It was also very well done by JW, who's got a ton of money. Chad pointed it out, $16,000. Doesn't get much better than that. And he has got the R8. He's bought it.
There we go.
It's still
He's
equipped,
still
boys.
equipped.
It was the wild, wild west out there. He's
Now,
got his cowboy hat on, the leather boots, everything else to go with it.
I think Fnatic need a bunch more rounds on this CT side still. I know there's only 2 to play. If they can get both, obviously, that would be fantastic. But I start to worry when we crack this on over. Remember Navi's CT side last time? Remember Na'Vi when we saw them on train?
Yeah, I remember that.
Right? The phase game was a little bit more labored, right? Closing that one out wasn't as easy. But I think here, for Fnatic, for me to feel comfortable in their nuke, in them taking this game, we would need them to get the 10. Right? I think Na'Vi have already set themselves up a very good base on a map like Nuke with 5 on the T side. They convert that pistol, they get that first gun round under their belt. It's looking good for them to really rise up there on their CT side. And while the timeout from the US Air Force has ended, will be getting back underway. Hopefully we get to see that revolver in play.
I hope we do, Chad. That's all I can really think about at this point is the R8 kills coming in from Flusher, or JW, I should say. Will he be on towards that ladder in the vent with an AWP and an R8 combo? Which weapon would he even use? That's the question.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a tough choice to make now, especially when he's holding yard, you know. Do I want to use the AWP, the R8? Talking of the yard, well, Electronic, he wants to take it by force, and immediately a gap has spawned, and Flusher, he's hit the shot he had to. There is Boomich catching a nade. Simple neutralizes the Flusher hold. And a 4 versus 4 with a slight advantage for Fnatic. He catches the boost, though. And Crims is actually putting bullets into both of them. Double kill from the Hut player.
Brolin the savior by spotting that right there. That information must have come from the kid. There's no other way.
I think you're right. That boost you don't see too often, to be honest with you. That's a really nice creative idea from Na'Vi, but shut down and sent packing by Fnatic here. Simple and Boomich will be left at 1:10. They've actually got some time to work with here in a 4-on-2.
Did that gap that Flusher got the kill from, Chad, was that from the extinguished mod? Like, that was a straight Fnatic counter?
Yeah, they dropped the molly, and then not only that, his HE is what brought Boomich down to 50 HP. So Flusher did a fantastic job outside. The best Boomich can do is plant the bomb here and give them the extra 800 for the following.
Golden's not letting it happen. Yeah, that's brutal. You said 10 would be the idyllic for Fnatic, and well, they're one away from it now. We'll see Crims, look at the angle he was working with, completely blind. This is just Brolin's comms and his spray. Perfect work from Fnatic. That's a conclusive double kill from Crims into the 14th. Well, now into the 15th, last round of our second map today. And I'm intrigued to see what they're going to get done with this. It's a little scattered in the buy for Na'Vi.
Yeah, you're not going to see anything super slow-paced here with Mac 10 and CZ out. Probably going to be busting through to either ramp or the squeaky door area. Boomich, though, with a flashbang in hand, will be trying to suggest they're going towards upper. He bounces off the wall, goes through the hut door. Hopefully flashes everyone in sight, and it's looking quite good in that respect. Crims have to drop down. He's actually in a lot of trouble here. Same story for his teammate, Brolan. The Mac 10s have done enough here, but JW still waiting up top. Can he find the AWP shot to deny the plant?
Does get one, but it's traded, and now the spray from Golden.
Oh, he's fluffed it.
Falls off the ledge and down to just a Flusher 10 HP clutch. I'm not so sure. This one, perhaps just a tall order for Mr. Flusher. He's good, but there's a Flames, and he's got to pass them 7 HP. He's not ready for the squeaky peak, and Flamey will finish it off, but I love it. Balls to the wall counter-strike from Flusher. Fnatic will lead 9-6 on the half, and they're venturing into the attack.
You've been distracted, your best, my average, there's a reason for that's a fact. So they snapping back, mad at the fact that I don't have a backup plan, I ain't need that. I work with everybody when I react. Let's talk. Look, ayo, we rose from the dust to the sun. They claiming that we the one, never one-on-one. Teamwork till we done. Sent on a mission, we got ambition. Never scared, we won't run. Never one and done. Some sit back and some like the hunt. I pick my teammates up when they fall. And if I ball, we all ball. Crashing balls, crossovers and all. Just call us the balls. Don't fear nothing, call us galore. Serving them all. We outside, we barely indoors. Because we gave it everything when we had nothing. Gave it everything when we had nothing. Holding on by a thread, couldn't grab nothing. Seems we moved on to a better place. Shine, shine away from the shade. But now that we're here, ain't no going back. This is the moment to go. This is the moment to shine. This is the moment to show. Show me the rocks you can climb. This is the moment to feel the path like you legally blind. I can promise this is ours cause we built for this, kill for this. Pushing buttons, do it quick, push it off and do assist. Oh, y'all think we new to this? Pound for pound, break it down. Watch what we gon' do with this. Teamwork got us fluid with. Make y'all look like sewages. Gave it everything when we had nothing. Gave it everything when we had none. Holding on by a thread, couldn't grab none. Seems we moved on to a better place. Shine, shine away from the shade. But now that we're here, ain't no going back.
Stage 2 for the European division culminates here. Will it be on the second map or perhaps even the third? Overpass is in the wings, and NAVI, should they lose, their hopes of a top 3 finish at ESL Pro League Season 11 are dashed. Should we see NAVI rise from the ashes of Nuke and convert on Overpass, it's Mouse Sports who will not be in the finals.
That's a lot on the line here in this particular game.
Yeah.
I didn't realize when I got out of bed this morning
I
there'd be
didn't
so
quite
much.
realize.
I didn't understand the gravity of the situation, I think. But either way, Fnatic have clawed their way back into it. They did give up that final round, but they are coming back in swinging to the second here. As JW finds that smoke towards the squeaky door position and Simple above him. My God, has he got a good weapon for the job. A CZ and armor. It's good for finding multiple spray downs here if they fully commit, and it's looking likely that they do.
Oh, this could be a bloodbath. Simple has already found the first, jump straight into Flusher, and he opts for the removal of his CZ. He needs fresh bullets. He's got more blood shed to draw. Simple's tucked in on the squeaky. JW on the T-vent could do something with that, but now Brollan overwhelmed, and already we're seeing Boomich convert it alongside Flamey. Charging in from heaven, Navi take the pistol.
Well, there you have it. The CZ up above, managing to get the 2 kills required there. Simple manages to jump in towards Squeaky as well, cause absolute chaos, and there's nothing that can really be done by Fnatic.
Yeah, just to note, one of the reasons of why Navi was so desperate there to stop Fnatic from planting the bomb, if Fnatic don't get the bomb plant on their T side, they tend not to force buy in the second. They'll take this save and then they'll get the guns up in the third. If they have the force buy right now, they probably have the AKs up, there may be a Krieg in the hands of Brollan. Those things could have been on the cards, but Navi did a great job.
Well, it is going to be the 4 SMG setup here for Navi as well. Luckily for them, up against just the Glocks here, as Chad just mentioned, the fact that they can get the bomb down here, there's no risk of them buying. So Glocks across the board, not really a single dollar invested. And I'm sorry to the viewers here, this will be one of those rounds where we're just bleeding out the utility, just running the clock down, using it a bit like a timeout. And every team has realized that this is the best way to approach it. It is the best way, not the best way to watch necessarily. But after years of talking about this concept, it seems like everyone's doing it.
Yeah, like this can go so much deeper. When you have CTs who are on the full eco versus, you know, just full SMGs, the CTs can live. They still get the end around loss bonus and not give away money to the SMGs, right? That's how deep the rabbit hole can potentially go if people want to be this frugal with the economy.
At the beginning of CSGO, I remember on Nuke especially, it was one of the key culprits for this. Players were typing kill on the T side at the start of the round, and so Valve actually had to remove the kill command in official matchmaking because that was happening, just to avoid the actual money.
I mean, we've seen examples of teams actually throwing themselves onto Molotovs. There was a discussion for a while where instead of going down to the $600 kill reward of the SMG, you'd fall to the 300 Molotov.
It was G2 and Overpass at E-League that did that. So they jump into, all 5 players jumped into a Molotov. It looked really silly, but then when we broke it down, we're like, well, there was a Mac 10 waiting on the other side or MP9. They would have got a load of money, denied all of that, and cut their earnings in half, essentially. So there are some conversations. You won't see that very often, but still, an interesting idea.
Oh, Electronics put down the Molotov. That's going to disrupt the smoke wall here. So the games continue in the yard area as we see this meta constantly grow and change throughout this microcosm of Pro League. And well, JW, he wanted to take the fight over towards ramp. He didn't find the kill, but at least they're on notice in that part of the map, and the CTs are forced to rotate around.
Remember, this is a huge bonus round here for Navi. With the MP9s out, the single M4 as well, up against a fully equipped Fnatic. If they win this round, that could be enough to send them to a third. They'll have so much in terms of resources. Fnatic will be left with nothing.
God, it is ballsy that they're just walking that bomb out yard right now. Brollan's the scout. He's clearing the angles very procedurally. You'll notice the robotic nature of his jiggles. Clearing all of those likely CT angles, but Golden's still hidden the bomb. But Brollan has managed to get all the way across silently. Completely and totally unchecked. So that's a gap in the Na'Vi knowledge. JW is going to be giving them something to talk about, that there is presence ramp now, and JW wasn't ready for that, but adjusts in time. Simple likely trades, but JW's put bullets down range. Simple has to retreat. JW lives to fight another day. That is a huge individual play, but so many more twists and turns on their way.
Yeah, 30 seconds remain at this point. They've got one smoke and a flash. Fnatic ready and waiting. Remember, Na'Vi had the MP9s here. They should be winning this round of Swedes. Pre-firing the common positions here. 20 seconds remain. Electronic with a chance to find one, but a chance that won't be realized. Simple will have to fall back at this point. He has got the rifle. We're down to 17 points of health. Looks like the clean sweep for Fnatic to find double digits first. And now I should state as well, I know if you're a Counter-Strike fan over the years, you're probably thinking it's a CT-sided affair on Nuke. Not the case so much anymore. It still is a CT-sided map, but not the way you used to remember. We don't see the 12 free halves too much these days. We have Kriegs available on the T side. We have money being limited tremendous in the CT's forces. So there is actually a bit of a balance at this point. Always you'll choose the CT side. It's considered to be the more favored, but it's nowhere near the level it used to be.
I mean, I think it's now, I'd describe it more like just the Ts have to work significantly harder.
Sure.
Like, it's not so much that there is a imbalance.
He's got no time.
Okay, there was a conversation.
I was looking at you guys, and then suddenly your attention just diverted to the screen. Yeah.
No, I get what you're saying. There has to be a lot more coordination, right? And there has to be a lot more assumed knowledge for the team. And this comes with all the dry runs that we talk about, at least historically with Counter-Strike, but more the theory, more the idea of once we take this part of the map, once we understand that we have control of this key choke point, how the other team operates or how we need to operate in these circumstances is currently at the highest level I think we've ever seen in Counter-Strike.
What I love as well is the power of suggestion, because you know they're watching your demos. They know your tendencies, the variations of the strategies, the different showings you can make with the smokes and a couple of players doing certain things and flashbangs. They'll recognize those moves and you can have different variations of those in particular moves themselves. It's very exciting to watch, and the game is at an incredibly high level, especially here in this series as Fnatic enter this round up against Desert Eagles and a FAMAS. FAMAS in the hands of Electronic. He actually fully invested into this one, so it's a hero rifle. It will seriously limit his options going forward if he does go down here. So it's either fight or flight for Electronic. He'll be left with either a shotgun or a pistol in the next round if this falls awry.
Wow, Flasher really does throw that very haphazardly. I was staring at pixels for 30 seconds and I still couldn't get it right.
You'll get it next time, kid. You got this.
I think I have, actually. I've watched it so many times these last 2 days, I've got no excuse. Still, only Deagles and a smattering of Kevlar. That FAMAS, not known to be the most powerful of CT weaponry, and it's all they've got to boast about now. It lies idle on the battlefield. Taken down by Brolin. Boomich is just staring at the vent, hoping he can perhaps catch one on the way out.
Bear in mind, CTs won't have much more than $1,900 come into their bank accounts. Electronic force buying there. He's got $100 right now.
Dear.
So he'll be shotgun where his teammates will be able to buy the orbs and rifles, but there's one player, your star player, who doesn't have the rifle he'll require.
That is a problem, especially considering with the recent news and the recent result, Na'Vi are out if they lose Nuke. We will not have Na'Vi in our top 3 of stage, well, 3, I suppose, for a lack of a better
what's the next?
No,
What's the
it's
next term?
the playoff bracket.
The
playoff bracket.
I've been waiting for someone to say it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything. I was like, the next stage of the tournament.
Next
All right,
stage.
boys, watch this, though. Check this out. I want you to note this Molotov here that's just landed. That's gone through the skylights. That's a Fnatic Molotov. That conditions the CTs, if they want to come in main, they can't go wide. They have to stay tight, means they're more susceptible to nades. And if we see a top rush from Fnatic in the future, I think that'll play in heavily. So just remember this as the game progresses.
Oh, I love it. Thank you very much, Chad, otherwise known as the Sherlock Holmes of Counter-Strike.
Do they call him that?
That's what I called him once. It was actually today I called him that.
I wondered why he had that pipe last night.
Yeah, exactly. The Deerstalker and sidekick. I think he's called Harry.
Look at this gun round from Na'Vi. They have an AWP, 2 M4s, and then a shotgun and a 5.7. It's such a mixed buy. There's not a defuse kit in the mix.
I bet they win it though, Chad. I'm calling it now. Somehow, Na'Vi, even though they've made these oopsies, the force buy from Electronic in the last round of the 19th.
Yeah, it means that you can see the compromises that have to be made. An auto shotgun, the 5.7. There is an AWP on Simple, though, 22 kills. Oh, it just looks like he's always so ready for whatever could happen. The most deadly man in Counter-Strike has fallen back at the wrong time. Just as they commit to the cross, he catches the flashbang, and they've got access towards lower now. The 3 players making their way through it. JW, the serpent of Counter-Strike, slips on into the vents.
The Sherlock Holmes, the serpent.
Yeah, it's just everything we can grab right now.
Yeah, whatever we can find. Flush is lingering around topside. He'll be late arrival towards the CT rotate on topside.
Oh, no.
Don't
you bloody dare. I've had enough screaming your name this year, and it's only just begun. Oh, finally, caught
Wait,
out.
how?
I don't know how Golden's done it, but he has. No cues, nothing. Straight through the smoke, and Brawler's done the same. 2 frags from Fnatic, and they haven't even seen an enemy yet.
This is amazing work from Fnatic at this stage. You can see Perfecto and Flamey left with nothing. The 5-7, the auto shotgun, and they're hunting for them as well. This is to knock Navi out of the tournament, and Fnatic have turned it on in the second half with 3 rounds in a row here. This is a force buy as well for Navi. They had absolutely everything. Perfecto will find 1 kill, get the AK-47, but is it going to be enough? 4 kills and 15 deaths, Chad. Those are not numbers you want to see from your young star. He's going to be inside his own head now. The gravity of the situation is starting to set in. Their CT side is not working out for them. And bear in mind, Navi have won both pistols now on Nuke, and they're trailing 12-8 on the CT side.
It's not just him, though. It's only Simple who's delivering in terms of numbers, right? He's got 22
Flamey.
kills. Flamey is on 2 frags, 2 assists, 15 deaths. Boomich, another name in the bottom 5 of Stage 2, 9 kills, 3 assists, 16 deaths. It's not...
How is this keep happening?
Look, we asked Blade about this yesterday. I asked him, I said, are you concerned? He said, no, you know, it's online. We can't see each other. But realistically, as an answer, I would be pretty concerned with this consistently coming out. If there is only online Counter-Strike right now. Don't worry about LAN CS, ladies and gentlemen. This is the best of the best.
I can't accept that as an excuse anymore. People are saying online CS. It's the same online CS your opponent as well. Why is it just affecting you and no one else? That can't just be the rebuttal
I
every
noticed
time.
quite a dramatic drop-off of that statement of it's online Counter-Strike. Probably week 2. I think everyone realized...
We've accepted it for what it is. Online Counter-Strike does work, sure. It's not as good as LAN, but it still is a good gauge. We've got the best teams from the group stages here in Stage 2. It all makes sense. It's not like there's crazy anomalies going on.
And we're not on dial-up anymore. This isn't we're not going to LAN halls so we can all have good ping.
People forget that. Like Counter-Strike and netcode, it's not like 1.6. That was created in 1999, that netcode. Remember, we're in 2020 right now. A game that's constantly evolving. CSGO is actually a very legit game in that regard. And most of these players will have 20 to 15 ping.
This is feeling very dire for Navi at this point. Fnatic are just playing very slow. Normally we see them chaotic, taking jewels across the map individually. They're still doing that, but they're doing it at the Navi pace. They're allowing Navi to be the ones now to take these risks, having to push on in. You've seen these buys. They've been desperate. An AWP, 2 M4s, but then a shotgun and a 5-7, not enough nades. Navi right now, they are scraping the bottom of the barrel, and this is when they need their individuals to step up with those magic moments.
Well, it's not going to be this round, Chad. Perfecto with just that CZ, and Fnatic are not giving anything away. I love this. Savor every single dollar. Keep this clean. Golden confirms that. Flush up ensures it.
What a performance from Golden. 26 kills for the in-game leader.
A silent 26.
Someone that we've highlighted in the past of, you know, not necessarily having the most impact here when they need it most to get them #1 in this group, to put them straight into that grand final that's going to be cracking down on Sunday, the best of 5. Golden is having a huge performance here.
If I told you there was going to be a 30 bomb dropped in the second map of Fnatic Navi, I don't think Golden would be the first 5 names you guessed.
He'd be down the very bottom, that's for sure.
Damn, loving it from the in-game leader. He always finds the impact frags. Well, it seems like he's found more than just
There's that molly.
And that's the Molotov towards the top of Hut. Perfecto can work around it, though. It's not as perfect as it could have been. Electronic, aggressive outside, and he's met Brollan's Krieg. My goodness, 1 HP, make it 2 for Brollan. That's going to suck for the rest of the round, but a frag all the same. Boomich losing life. Simple, oh, he's going to get caught in transition. What a tight line from J-Dubs.
Wow. Okay, the flashbang, though, could be enough as he checked the close left. Perfecto completely blind. Crims will pull another kill back here for Fnatic. They are firing on all cylinders here. Brollan's still low, but a 5-on-3 ensues. Boomich holding towards the vent. Perfecto, he hasn't done much in this second half, to be honest with you. Hiding on the site, only got the FAMAS. A good incendiary will buy some time, but does JW want to push through this? Apparently not. Falls back to the safety of the ledge. This has to be a Fnatic round. If Navi pull this one back, could be a huge swing round.
Yeah, this is... It's got all the trimmings of a potential swing. Perfecto, his patience by Hut has been rewarded. He's neutralized Flusher, now he can reposition. Flamey in support for the crossfire. There is no rush from Fnatic, but it does look like top side's where they want to finish off. And now the duel, the spray, my God, they've all so low on health, but so's Boomich. Look at that. Let's see how quick my maths is. 39, 41, 50. 50 HP between the 4 of them.
Nice.
Thank you.
I don't think Boomich will go for this. It doesn't make any sense.
He fancies
Even if
it.
he knows they're low, it doesn't make any sense. They could be anywhere at this point. The bomb's gone down. He's creeping on out, and Golden's going to finish him. Oh,
Money is
48.
broken. Bottom of the barrel here for Na'Vi. Remember, Chad has already stated it. If they lose this best of 3, Na'Vi are out of the tournament and Mouse go through. We are a couple of rounds away from that. This is as intense as EPL's got so far.
Do you know what that sets up the match to be for the 2nd and 3rd place teams?
Mouse Sports
versus Astralis. Which was just a stomp.
Chad, this is actually pretty exciting. I'm not lying to anyone here. I'm excited.
We're making this work.
You guys are making me excited.
All right then.
What a joy.
Flamey, not a joy for him. 2 and 17. Perfecto 5 and 18. Boomage 9 and 18. These are the same names, the same problems on a different map, to be fair, but at the same time, how can this consistently happen? I know we have to look deeper than the numbers in Counter-Strike. I'm well aware of that, but this happens way too often. Flamey, at one point, was one of the poster boys in Navi.
I mean, I'll say 1 point. Katowice,
yes.
Nuke, the things he was doing, not just one map, twice he played Nuke in the semis and the grand finals, and we got to see him finding absurd aces from his position.
With Galils.
With Galils of all weapons.
Look, you want some numbers? Electronic doesn't even have a kill in the second half.
Okay,
oh,
let's see if this is the one.
I bet it changes now.
Yeah,
Watch
exactly
this.
as you said it.
Banana in hand.
And he feeds Brollan his potassium. He doesn't feed him the potassium. He offers it to him. Brollan, on the other hand, decides he'd like a double kill instead.
Now, put the brakes on Fnatic. JW, I know what you're thinking. Let's just close this one out with a knife
lost
kill.
his mind.
Yeah, he's not having a good time. He's at the back of ramp right now. It's a very overlooked position, so he's just having some fun at the back.
In the last 5 rounds, Navi have only found 2 kills. In the last 5 rounds, they've only found 2 frags, guys. This is dire right now.
My God. Flamey pulls one back. Is that going to be enough to even get the conversation started? They can win this round. Fnatic made their way down towards lower. If you're just joining us, they won Inferno. It was Na'Vi that had a huge lead, 11-4 a half. Fnatic pulled it all the way back. A phenomenal CT side. It looked like they were done at halftime. Na'Vi were too good. There was too much to be said about their T side. Everything was coming together. Simple, Electronic were looking good. And now we find ourselves at 15-8. Series point, and Na'Vi will be removed from stage 2 of EPL here in a couple of rounds. Will they hold on to any weaponry?
Here we go.
There's another AK-47 available.
They may as well
Perfecto
go
needs
for it. What are they fighting for? Next round, they get the 3,400 again. You can have another buy round, but you have to defend
I think,
15
Chad,
for the rest of the game.
It's as bleak as it's T-weaponry. It's as bleak as that. It's something. And, well, it was something. Maybe Perfecto doesn't get to hold on to anything. They won him. Oh, lordy lord. 15-8. Na'Vi. After what looked to be such an incredibly strong start for them in EPL, they've taken down Fnatic before, Astralis, OG, FaZe Clan in a 4-3 map affair. The head-to-head for Na'Vi Fnatic is 21 wins to 7. Fnatic have not had multiple wins versus Na'Vi historically.
They've lost both pistols. They were 4-1 down on the CT side in the first half, Alex. That should be a death sentence against the Na'Vi to begin with. Some way, somehow, they're a 15-8 lead now, looking to close out the series as Na'Vi limp in with M4s, the AWP. Their basic utility here needs 7 rounds in a row just to take this to overtime.
We've seen Na'Vi win ridiculous...
I love this molly.
Okay, where are you going with this?
Zatara's molly. This will burn anybody off at the top rafter.
This is 6, so it lands like in the rafters.
It lands like in the light bulb.
Yeah, that's kind of wild, actually.
We covered this actually season 10 of Pro League.
Alex, you've got this one, right? You can do this for us.
This one is easy.
I mean, so it's on the little corner of the screw, and then just on the right-hand side.
So this is just a late top hit. This is going to be beautiful from Fnatic.
Is anyone up there? Can we have a look at the top site for a second? Okay, so it wouldn't do anything at all.
But it means they can not look at that position when they come through.
You can focus your attention on the
eradicating risks.
So there it is. You can see the spread. Now into the site. Boomage, Perfecto, they're both doing good work, and now already the top site has fallen completely and totally down to just 2. A 2 versus 3, certainly not impossible. Now missed shot from Simple. Golden's punished it. Crims has only got 2 HP though. There shouldn't be a single shout he has into this round. It should be Na'Vi 9.
Should be, but Crims has done more with less than this. There's going to be Electronic to take him down at the end.
That's his first kill of this half.
First kill of the entire half. Electronic might have saved the day if they can find 6 more. Boomage, the impact player of that round. He'll have to be of this half to actually start the conversation here. But Fnatic still have a full buy. Of course, Golden with $16,000.
Oh my God. He's maxed out. You can't
Yep.
get more than that,
You
ladies and
can't
gentlemen.
get
That's the
more.
cap here on the cash limit.
They've been on max cash multiple rounds. Like, that's how much of a good half Fnatic have been having here on the T side. It's absurd. And the fact that you highlighted Electronic found his first frag at round 25 of this second half is indicative of just how good it's been going. Will it end here? Will NAVI allow the Swedes to steal their spot in the Pro League? Well, that gap created by NAVI is going to make life difficult for Brolin. He still chooses to commit, loses half of his health, and then goes straight back for the fight himself. That's madness.
Electronic, he might finish his half with just one kill.
He's gonna be so mad about that.
Brolin's bested him outside almost every single round, it feels like. He's had absolutely no say in this. The babyface killer, we're calling him, well, he's just murdered Electronic on the second half of Nuke.
Yeah,
The straight face killer.
Babyface bastard.
Let's see what we got in store. 60 seconds, NAVI understandably taking their time. Fnatic do have the man advantage, and it's just a question of who's going to overstep the mark. Sound cue for Flamey, knows there was someone lingering in ramp. That'll probably keep him stationary. Brolin, the babyface killer, has access to the low site, and not a single CT's down there.
No one at all. Boomage, though, can feel the pressure towards
Yeah,
upper players in
check
front
it.
of him. The bomb goes down. Bit of a fumble here from Fnatic, but they're pulling it back. Upper side should be there. Simple drop. Is this where we say goodbye to NAVI? It could be.
Boomage is doing everything within his power, wants to throw bullets down range, and instead now the bomb's gone down. He's just throwing in a flash for the Flamey peak. Flusher did eat it, and he could convert, but not even that. And Fnatic have done it.